Hi everyone and welcome to the Northbank Book Club. I'm Sasha Wagstaff and today I'm going to be reading from my novel Lost and Found in Paris, which was published last year by Canello. Sophie Marchant needs a lucky break. First her boyfriend announces that, far from wanting to get engaged, he's off to Dubai for work, and then in Paris her mother goes missing. Feeling totally lost and with nothing to lose, Sophie travels back to her childhood home for the first time in 5 years to help find her mother and look after the family macaron business in Paris. It should be a dream gig, but when it comes to family and love, nothing is ever that simple, especially when there's a sexy, complicated ex involved. Today I'm going to be reading from the opening chapter, but if you want to find out whether Sophie finds her mother, who she's truly in love with, and whether she can find herself again, you'll have to read the rest. Sophie looked up at the Park Lane Hotel in awe. The London Hilton. How very Ryan. Classy, elegant, refined. After a short lift ride, Sophie arrived at the 28th floor and stepped out. Wow, what a restaurant, what a view. Ryan was seated at one of the tables by one of the vast windows, and Sophie knew he must have asked for it specially. It was typical of him to go the extra mile, and she loved him for it. He put down his beer and stood as soon as he saw her. He was wearing a sharp navy suit with a crisp white shirt and a navy silk tie. Classic, stylish, perfect. Sophie actually felt giddy. Maybe an engagement was what she wanted after all. Maybe her cynicism was simply down to her parents not making it. Ryan was everything she needed and wanted. Soph. Ryan kissed her cheek and squeezed her hand. She smiled back at him, feeling a rush of happiness. You look amazing, Ryan said, staring at her dress. You always do, but that dress is absolutely stunning. Thanks. Sophie took her seat, glad she'd gone with the strappy red number. I can't believe this place. Check out the view. I know, right? Ryan gestured to a waiter who immediately came over and took Sophie's drinks order. Glancing at Ryan, Sophie realised he was nervous. Like, really nervous. He was fiddling with his tie and rearranging the cutlery, something he always did when he was on edge. He had done the exact same thing when he'd met Sophie's mother for the first time in Paris a year ago. Are you okay? Sophie asked, starting to feel apprehensive again. Me? Ryan nodded rapidly. Absolutely. You? I'm fine. Sophie smiled and picked up her menu. The food looked and smelt incredible as it went past in waiters' hands as they moved discreetly around the dining area. She wasn't sure what she wanted to eat. She looked over the top of the menu at Ryan and noticed the front of his suit bulging at one side. She said nothing, hiding a grin behind her menu. Her best friend Jo had specifically asked her to look for the bulge in Ryan's suit jacket, and there it was. Tick. I need to talk to you about something, Ryan blurted out suddenly. Oh? Sophie lowered her menu. Her stomach was fluttering in a strange fashion, and her heart was beating extra fast. God, this was it. Ryan was about to propose. This was the big moment. As Ryan appeared to be composing himself, Sophie randomly wondered what her mother would think. All her friends loved Ryan to bits and thought he was the best, but Marielle had been typically reticent. She had liked Ryan when she had met him, but Sophie knew her mother was still absurdly hopeful Sophie might get back together with an old French boyfriend one day. Lord only knew why. He'd hardly turned out to be suitable. Ryan cleared his throat. Yes, the thing is, God, I really don't know how to say this. Sophie's brow furrowed slightly. She had imagined that Ryan being Ryan, he would have had the most beautiful little speech prepared, and he would have learnt it off by heart and rehearsed it within an inch of its life. Are you ready to order? A waiter smoothly appeared at the table. No, Ryan shook his head. Could we have a minute, please? Of course. The waiter withdrew. Ryan raked a hand through his hair. God, I thought we'd have dinner first, and then, but... So let's do that, Sophie said, picking up her menu again. No hurry. She didn't want Ryan to be stressed out. This should be one of the best moments of their life, after all. I can't. Ryan reached into his pocket and pulled out the ring box. He placed it on the table between them. Sophie lowered her menu. This wasn't quite what she'd expected, but she was more than happy to go along with it. And unconventional was more her vibe, to be fair. Jo always said she was quirky and bohemian like her mum. I bought this a while ago, Ryan said jerkily, with a view to, you know. Sophie swallowed. The vibe had changed. What was happening? But then something happened and I can't do it. Ryan looked up but seemed unable to look Sophie in the eye. Whatever was over her left shoulder was receiving his full attention. Sophie's stomach was now doing horrible cartwheels. Bloody hell, what was Ryan saying? Was he saying... God, the thought was too terrible for words. Had he met someone else, maybe? Sophie felt rather sick. I've been offered a job in Dubai. Ryan finally met Sophie's eye. Okay, she said slowly. That's a good thing, I'm thinking. It is, Ryan nodded, but he wasn't smiling. They want me to head up an area and run this huge team of staff. Awesome. Sophie was still baffled. This was exactly what Ryan had always wanted. Why on earth did he look as if he'd been hit by a bus? Why had he placed the little black box containing the engagement ring on the table between them like that, as if it was now sad and redundant, rather than about to be the star player? Yes, it's awesome, Ryan agreed, straightening his tie again. Really awesome, except that it's only me who can go, not both of us. And it's for a year.